morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hills Basketball Centre. It's grand final day here for the Basketball New South Wales Waratah League. You are watching Division 2 Youth Men's. It is a local derby somewhat. The Shoalhaven Tigers up against the Illawarra Hawks. They are rocking and rolling. A couple of big games yesterday to get into the grand final. We've joined in the commentary booth by Aidan Green. Good morning, Aidan. You were here for a couple of them yesterday as well, weren't you?
Yes, I happened to watch the semi-final between Sydney Comets and Illawarra Hawks. Illawarra Hawks just came out too big, too strong at the start. Got off to a 14-point lead, and they were just too dominant. That lead stretched out all the way out to 36 in the end, finishing at 97-61, controlled the whole game. And I think if they can control the start here, it's really going to make it hard for Shoalhaven to fight back.
Yeah, exactly right. Shoalhaven had a big win yesterday as well against the Hornsby Spiders. 76-54 to get into the grand final. It's first v third in the competition. We're about a minute and a half away from getting it on here. Very similar sort of records. They played once during the season around 13, and it was the Tigers that won by 1 point, 77-76. I don't see it going any different today. What about you, Aidan?
No, I think it's going to come right down to the wire. I can really see this going late into the fourth quarter. I'm looking at, certain individuals to step up. I'm keen to see who's going to take out the MVP, the finals MVP. I'm looking at Riley Shenazi. He scored 415 points for the regular season, averaging 18. And then you got Leslie at 14 points. For the Illawarra Hawks, I'm looking at Paddy Lancaster and Andrew Gray. Yesterday, it was completely on fire, stayed composed. The finals just did not seem to faze them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to step up onto the big stage when counted, and Patrick and Andrew for the Hawks certainly did 18 points and 16 points respectively. Yesterday in the semi-final, Jeremy Harding got 22 for the Tigers, and Bruce Osland's bagged himself 16 points as well, so they will be ones to look for during the coverage today. But Riley O'Shaughnessy, he is the MVP and Rookie of the Year, got himself elected to the All-Star 5 in the centre position, joined by Braden Morris, the guard for the Tigers as well. It's going to be pretty good. Just before they run on, we'll run through quickly the starting five for the Tigers. Number 4, Bruce Oslands. Number 5, Braden Morris. Number 7, Brendan Sampson. Number 10 is Luke Smith. And number 14 is that MVP, Riley O'Shaughnessy. For the Hawks, number 1, Riley O'Brien. Number 7, Patrick Lancaster. 14, Reece Ratkovic. Number 24, Andrew Gray. And number 97, Tom Cranny. It is going to be a beauty of a game.
If you had to pick, Davey, who you got?
At the moment, I'd have to go with the record. The Tigers look like the team to beat.
Only 2 losses all season.
Yeah, finishing first on the ladder and doing it well yesterday. They got the wood over the Hawks, but again, these guys would know each other pretty well. Geographically, they'd be playing in each other's pockets pretty much all season.
It's an absolute derby.
Yeah, exactly. And it is great to see that area represented so strongly in the grand finals today.
Here we go.
Tigers get that ball from the tip straight away. Luke Smith bringing the ball up nice and slow, just giving his other players a chance to get into position.
Brings out there, offensive rebound.
Good effort there in that offensive rebound, trying to put back, but it just hit the underside of the backboard.
It's Lancaster. Can find inside. Outside to Gray for 3. Oh, we got a stuck ball.
We got a wedgie very first up for the Hawks there. Not the best start, but at least he's on target.
I wonder what the odds were on that.
Exactly. We do have a problem with gambling. 1-800-858-858 is the number. But not the best start. At least he's throwing it in the right direction. Hawks inbound pass there. Plenty of coverage there as well.
O'Brien for 3. And that's a great start.
Snags at first points on the board go to the Hawks.
That's a good sign from O'Brien. He's nice and relaxed.
Inside, Riley O'Shaughnessy trying to find his man. Finds Bruce Oslands, puts it up but misses off the rim.
Lancaster's going to bring it up over halfway. Kicks out to Gray. Trying to work with something here. Rotates Cranny. He's going to drive hard and himself to at the line. It's good signs.
Yeah, not a bad drive there. Good option there. He just held that defence up a little bit. They certainly are moving the Tigers' defence around and giving that opportunity for those lanes to start opening up. So look for a little bit more of that driving through. That's Tom Cranny there at the line. 97, nice high number there. It's good to see.
It is. I think, yesterday, one of the things they did really well, they just moved the ball. Constantly moving the ball, finding open looks, and just making sure they had that higher percentage shot. Graham's going to go 1 from 2. It's going to put the score at 4-0 Hawks.
Nice bounce pass there to Brendan Sampson.
Or Sampson. Great drive there.
Good baseline drive. Not too much room to move down there.
And that's Oslands with the left hand. No look pass. Raktovic. Off the mark.
Lucky didn't cut through on that play, stayed there and was able to get a decent look there. The defence sort of collapsed onto the ring, but unfortunately he missed it there. Just quickly, the referees for today, George Kostakis, Steve Chapman and Brad Mattioli are doing the officiating duties for this D2 Youth Men's game.
No basket. Sampson inbound. Smith. Oslands.
Off the glass. Nice kiss there.
That's very nice.
Very nice indeed. If that was your first kiss ever, that would be a beauty. You would remember that one for sure.
So it's going to put the score at 4-all. Tigers very much in this contest. This is a good game already.
Yeah, exactly. We saw in the championship game last night here on Show Court 1 that even though some teams skipped out nice and quick and get that early lead, it's the patience game that definitely wins you the basketball. It is a long, long game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And momentum shifts very, very quickly in this sport.
Rakovic. Nice little jumper there.
Nice one. Nice high arc on that, kids. If you are watching that, that's what you want, a nice high arc.
We've got a call here. I think an off-the-ball foul,
yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, push off the side
on
there.
Rakovic.
Again, you've got to mark hard against the competition MVP.
Oh, absolutely.
Riley O'Shaughnessy. You can
I think
see
that's to be expected.
Exactly. He's going to be closely checked all game. They're going to try and nullify him nice and early, not let him have those points.
Yeah. You can already see the height. He is gigantic.
Another good offensive rebound there from Brandon Sampson.
Gray's going to kick out the Lancaster. Granny on the drive.
Kicks now. Good
Finds
pass
Rakovic
underneath.
inside. Too hard off the glass. Oslands is going to drive in. It's another beautiful kiss off the glass.
Yeah, exactly. Nice work there. He was going to take him on. It was one-on-one. I'm impressed with Bruce Oslands nice and early. He's tall for a guard. Plenty of height there.
He's very tall. Hint of Ben Simmons there, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, he could easily find himself on in the 4 spot for some
We've got
teams.
space here. Going to see a foul. Gray. We've got subs in. We've got Jordan Quinn. He's going to check in. And Gray's going to check out.
Yeah, bigger body there, just to go give a little bit more shouldering to the number 14, Riley O'Shaughnessy. Yeah, cool. Brandon Morris passes around to his man, Bun Buddy.
He's working with something.
Starting to block out down the bottom there, keeping the, the ever predatory Brendan Sampson.
And he's finding space. He's going to take it all the way. Quinn goes up. No call. Shoalhaven wasted no time here on the transfer.
Well, there's the advantage of having that size at the guard. He took that bump from their centre and still managed to get that basket. So well done for Bruce Oslands.
That's going to put him in front 8-6. It's 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Brian has a look, doesn't take it. Lancaster's going to work with something here. He's going to drive hard. Oh, earns himself one more at the line. Chance at making it a 3-point play.
Well, just off the front of the rim there, not the result that he wanted.
Shoalhaven ball. Smith. Sampson, back to Smith.
Well, Sampson's impressed me early. He's done some good things on the defensive end, grabbed himself a few offensive rebounds and scored some points as well. So he is doing all those 1% things that you need on your team.
Good signs. He's going to find Cranny on the inside drive, and he's going to earn himself 2 at the line as well.
Yeah, good slashing drive to the basket there, and a good pass to get him 2 on the way. Didn't have to adjust his step whatsoever.
Looks like they're not afraid to take it to the rim.
Yeah, I think they need to. I think they need to try and get Riley O'Shaughnessy into some trouble early, some foul trouble early, and put some pressure on those big men in the middle. And driving to the basket will certainly do that. This is that first one. Score still locked at 8-all. Cranny gets the opportunity to take the lead with this second free throw. Misses that one as well. Jeez.
You can't be doing that in the grand final, Dave.
Exactly. You've got to make all your points when you can to put the pressure on. Here he is again, Sampson.
Right. Beautiful drive there.
He's quite athletic, isn't he?
Yep. Left-handed hook. And Sampson's going to have 2 at the line. Maybe that is an element of that Ben Simmons, you know, shooting with both hands now.
Yeah.
It's going to be a thing, it's going to be quite normal, I think, in the future.
I think young people are seeing the young Australians in the competition. They take that point, they take the lead as well, 9 points to 8, the Tigers. And they're going to try and, you know, do that themselves, impersonate what they see on the NBA more and more these days. And the ability to play big, play small, play fast is certainly something that's going to filter through.
It doesn't hurt being able to shoot with both hands.
Yeah, absolutely. All the best soccer players, they can kick with both feet.
That's right. And O'Brien for 3. Nails it. That's 2 from 2 from O'Brien. He's feeling good today.
Yeah, looking good from that spot. His second three-pointer there. They do take the lead now. 11 points to 9, the Hawks.
Sampson. Just short. Lancaster's going to get the rebound. Brings it up over halfway. Oh, sells the dummy.
And snags that foul as well.
I'll tell you what, Dave, I bought that one.
Yes. Yeah, I thought he got trapped down in that bottom corner, but was able to get through it. Still 4 minutes to go in this quarter.
Harding checks in for the Tigers. Sampson checks out.
It's a big high bank one there. Not too sure about that one. That seemed very rushed, yeah. And again, that one short. 1 too long, again. 1 too short, but at least they've got the rebound back.
Something here yet. No, not to be.
Using that speed against the taller man there.
Just wasting no time here, Tigers. That's good signs from them. Not afraid to just take it straight back to the Hawks.
Yeah.
But that's what you expect from a side that's only lost 2 games all season.
Yeah, absolutely. As I mentioned, about 4 minutes and a half to go in this quarter. Pretty high foul count, Aidan. What do you think about that? Nice and early in this quarter, getting those fouls nice and early, making them earn it from the line.
Yeah, I think that's to be expected. You know, both teams really want to go up to Div 1. It's going to be a heavy contact game that no teams are holding back. And that's, yeah, both teams in the bonus with 4:26 on the clock.
There we go, 2 from 2 there for Luke Smith.
Tigers getting it done at the line.
All locked up. Equal Stevens here at the Hills Basketball Centre in the grand final.
That's
11 points all. There's options there. Just can't find them at the moment. Kicks it out to Lancaster
Shot
from
from
downtown
three.
and gets it.
That's big.
That is a long way from the line there.
He's made up for those 2 free throws, Dave.
Absolutely. Very mature three-pointer, that one. Plenty of space. Oh, it's
Right.
it back.
Answer straight back, Oslands.
Brucey Oslands.
With the answer. We have a game on our hands.
Yeah, we certainly do. It's toing and froing at the moment. The lead.
Quinn. They've called Hawks ball.
Hawks ball there. Big Quinn could have taken an extra step there, I think, and would have actually banked that shot. It's just that tad a little bit too far for my liking.
No, I agree.
A top elbow there.
Lancaster's going to go for 3 again. He nails it.
Grabs another 3 there. Well done. Paddy Lancaster doing pretty well at the moment.
Clear standout for me. Shanassi. Too big, too strong inside there, Dave.
Exactly. I think that could be his first points for the game.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he's been a little bit quiet and well checked up until
Yeah,
now.
I think the Hawks have done well to keep him this quiet this early in the game. O'Brien's going to pull up for 2 off the mark. Smith. Smith's going to take it all the way to the rim.
Oh, just dribbles in there with 2 people giving him plenty of attention on his way to that shot. It is 18-17. Tigers in front by a point. Oh, nice crossover again from Lancaster.
Quinn puts it down. Tries to go through the rim.
Through there, I don't know. Does that take points off when you go up underneath? Is that minus points?
It might. It might be.
In that high bank
Off the
there.
glass there, Oslands. Wasting no time. Transfer. Left hand. Too hard for glass.
The transition, old Lancaster, he is, Patrick Lancaster, he is cutting through them like a knife, a hot knife through butter at the moment.
Yeah.
And the Tigers can be
Kicks out
thankful
to
he's just missing those points.
O'Brien with the rebound. Very fast-paced game, Dave.
Yeah, it has picked up a notch.
Neither team seems to be affected by those grand final nerves as O'Brien puts up a 3. He's got the shooter's roll, and that's 3 from 3 from O'Brien. He's feeling it.
With the lucky bounce, and it just dropped in after that. Gives them a 2-point lead with a minute and a half to go in this quarter. Tigers drive through.
Oh, great take there.
Gets that foul.
Great take from Smith. He's driving well. That's going to put the score at 20-18 Hawks.
Yeah, Hawks in front 20-18. The Tigers got 2 at the line. Drains that first one. 1 point in it. Gets the second one as well. It's all locked up again at 20 points all.
20 all.
Plenty of attention high in the court there from the Tigers in the defensive set.
Not afraid to put some full court penetration on him. Lancaster's going to take it all the way. Too easy there.
Once again, that speed, that first step, once he gets that ball, gets people in 2 minds and can add. Their crossover is killing a few of the guys.
I think if you put in that amount of pressure at halfway, it's just leaving too much space to cut through, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. 3-point attempt there just off the ring.
Quinn with the rebound. He's going to dish off. Lancaster's going to bring it back up. Gonna have another look. Ooh, something.
Oh, it's his first miss from outside the arc there.
Oslands is going to kick it out.
Good fake there. Drives it up and underneath. Oh, hasn't got it. But O'Shaughnessy puts it back in with the offensive rebound. Got some good position there. Used his body to make some space and was just in the right spot at the right time for that putback.
Beautiful positioning.
And the final 25 seconds here at the Hills Basketball Centre.
Lancaster's going to have a crack here. Yep.
And
nails it. That was deep, Dave.
Yeah, nice, nice. He is playing a blinder in this first quarter.
Oslands from downtown. Rhodes at the turnover. Gets the offensive rebound out.
Yeah, probably had enough time to actually take a drive and a step in with the clock on in his favour.
There's always more time than you think.
Yeah, but that's not a bad way to end the first quarter here at the Hills Basketball Centre. 25-22, 3-point lead to the Illawarra Hawks. Mate, it's been pretty good. We've picked our favourites, Patrick Lancaster. He is doing it pretty well and using that ball to slice through the opposition, while Bruce Oslands has been good. Brendan Sampson has been okay, but Riley O'Shannessy, the big one at the moment, MVP for the competition, all-star centre for Div 2. A little bit quiet, mate.
Yeah, just the 4 points, but he hasn't really done anything wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's getting those good putbacks as well. He's in the right position. He's playing some hard defence against their big centre as well, and it is I expect him to break out. I reckon once it opens up a little bit, he could be a real X factor there.
Once he fires up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Riley O'Brien for me. Three from beyond the arc.
Yeah, doing pretty well.
He's feeling it.
Absolutely. Now, Basketball New South Wales would like to thank their official partners, New South Wales Office of Sport, Spalding, Carney Sports Marketing, PCYC, Custom College Recruitment, Cedar College New South Wales, the Sydney Kings, the Sydney Uni Flames, and Allied Couriers. Spalding is the official ball partner to Basketball New South Wales, and I tell you what, that game ball looks fantastic. Had a bit of a shoot around with that the other day, and it's good. I think I scored about 35, 40 points. In the 2 to 5 minutes that I actually played around, in my mind anyway.
It all counts.
Absolutely, it is a nice one. It's a fantastic day here. If you are watching this anywhere on the stream, make sure you get down here because there's basketball grand finals all day, right up to the big one at 4 o'clock, which will be a little bit later. The Newcastle Hunters versus the Norths Bears in the Championships men's game.
A few famous faces as well.
Oh, it's going to be a cracker.
Rob Beveridge was down here yesterday. Shane Heal was coaching.
Oh.
Some absolute big names in Australian basketball down here.
It's going to be a who's who. Well, we're kicking it off for today with the grand final for the D2 Youth Men's. It is the Illawarra Hawks, just leading by 3 points, 25-22 against the Shoalhaven Tigers. Not panic stations yet for the Tigers. They're certainly in it.
No, I can't pick it from here.
Yeah, exactly. I think a big momentum swing and a bit of push and going forward by either team could open it up a little bit, but it swings so quickly. Yeah. Especially in a grand final.
Oh, Shanassi's got a mismatch here. Oh no, it's back on Quinn. Left-handed drive.
Nice high kiss there, just didn't fall. Hawks bring it back through Lancaster at top of the key, and again slashes through.
Kicks out to O'Brien.
Found his spot.
Just short. So we've got a call here for a foul. Hawks ball.
Yeah, baseline ball for the Hawks. They can get themselves a little bit of a lead. Really put the pressure on the Tigers to answer back.
Basket's good.
Counted that again, and again he's gone to that speed. He's very quick across those 3 or 4 metres towards the basket, Lancaster.
Yeah, really changes his momentum really well. You know, you think he's stopping, next thing he's driving, next thing he's straight past you.
Yeah, exactly. Uses that body well to fake you out laterally and then come back onto his preferred side every time.
And the Hawks, they just can't hit their free throws today, Dave.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt them a little bit later on in the game. It's caught him there with a little bit of a tap dance.
It's going to be Hawks ball.
It's called a travel there on the young fella, number 11, Kyle Leslie. I mean, the floor is looking immaculate here. It'd be great for a Fred Astaire routine, but unfortunately you don't want that when you're trying to attack the basket.
Solid defense there. Leslie makes up for the travel.
Absolutely. Those fast feet, once again, working to his advantage on the defensive end.
Yep. It's going to be Oslands.
Plenty of pressure there. Double teaming him almost, forcing him to cough it up, but that's okay. He's got plenty of speed and momentum.
Too quick.
Nice pass. Nice finish. There's Jeremy Harding there.
Beautiful from Smith to set that one up.
kicking it out to that open man, and more often than not, they're driving hard at the basket to the backs of the opposition.
Too hard off the glass, Lancaster.
Here we go, this could be interesting.
Yeah, we've got a 3-on-1 here. Shanassi, and one.
Oh, so 2 points, just get snagged on the arm.
Not a bad foul there for me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, it was going to be a definite 2 points there if something didn't intervene, and someone did.
Definitely had a good yank on the arm.
Yeah, exactly.
To make him earn it. But Shoalhaven are hitting him at the line.
Oop. Missed that
Commentator's
one.
curse, maybe.
Exactly, I think he heard you.
And that's going to be 27, 25.
Gets that one. 2-point game here. The Hawks still holding a slender lead over crosstown rivals almost, aren't they, the Shoalhaven Tigers? Not
Yeah,
too far
just
away.
over the fence.
Yeah. This is big brother v little brother to some degree.
Absolutely. And we've got a couple of subs here as Cranny and Gray check in. Quinn and Seal check out.
Brendan Sampson coming back on.
Sampson's been good for me. Sampson, Smith, energetic guards. And Smith's just using his energy. Too hard off the glass.
Yeah, plenty of pressure at that full court as well for the Tigers.
Cranny draws contact. This wasn't on for me there.
Yeah, he just ran into a big black and gold wall there, and yeah, could not see his player. Threw it, and unfortunately didn't quite get there. And the Tigers are thankful that they get the ball, taking it on.
They'll make you pay, Tigers. Yep.
Nice around the body pass. Count that as well. O'Shaughnessy finding his feet.
Yeah, he's turning one on here.
Absolutely, and they know to get it to him because he is making plenty of room underneath the ring there for the Tigers.
Tall and athletic. That's going to be 9 points already.
Yeah, drains that one. Starting to warm up slowly. Takes a little while to warm up on a Sunday morning for most people.
It does, especially after a busy Saturday night, Dave.
Yes, exactly, and they certainly did have a busy Saturday, both of these teams.
Gray, that's a beautiful jumper there for me, Gray. Opens his account. Oslands, Sampson, Smith. Back to Oslands. Oslands for three.
Plenty of space. Ooh.
Rims out. Sampson on the offensive rebound. Oh, O'Shaughnessy.
Oh. Again, that's what Sampson brings to this game. He's getting a lot of those offensive rebounds, just sort of using that natural spring in his step to get the ball back and put it back. It pays off most of the time. That time it did.
Gray inside, left-handed hook.
Oh, that just dribbled in.
That's a great shot.
Well done. Gives them a 3-point lead. The Hawks are up 31-28 here. Nice fake there from Sampson.
Right-handed hook.
Sky hook, and in it goes.
Gets the roll. Gets rewarded there. That's going to put it at 31-30 to the Hawks. Cranny trying to work with something again. Those drives just aren't working for me, Dave.
Yeah, I think he's getting himself a little bit too close to the defence and just cutting down his options of kicking the ball out to a free person. A couple of Hail Marys.
That's deep.
That is deep.
And that's a fantastic shot there from Lancaster.
It's another three there. He shot one there in the first quarter.
I think it was from the exact same spot.
And it's a good metre and a half away from the three-point arc there as well, so he's got plenty of range.
Can't defend out there.
And with his speed, once you go out there, he's going to blow past you, so he's a real handful.
Good kick out to Gray. Rhodes puts it up, nails it. Quick release there from Rhodes.
Very quick.
That's going to put it up to the highest lead of the game, 36-30 to the Hawks. Great defence there from Gray.
And a good stop as well. Tigers there find themselves in a little bit of a pickle at the moment. 6 points down and all the momentum is going the red and
white. If they score
white.
here, I might get a timeout for me. O'Shaughnessy. Sampson kicks out to Osland. And that's a block.
He's called that blocking foul. Just close that gap, hip to hip.
We're going to have 2. We got Matthews checking in for Rhodes. Matthews really stepped up yesterday for me. Really hit his jumpers, nailed a few threes, buzz beater threes, just to put really put the dagger into the Comets.
You can see with the lineup that they've got on the court at the moment, the Hawks have gone for some speed in that front three, 1 to 3.
Fighting fire with fire, Dave.
Yeah, look for some more shots from downtown from the Hawks in the next few minutes or few seconds, I think. A couple of keen shooters there. Not much height at the moment.
Matthews is going to open his account. Too long. Smith. Harding.
Sampson again contesting hard. He's certainly going after just about everything that goes up for the Tigers.
Yep.
Looks like one of those players you just know every time he's on the court he's going to play hard for the team.
Good defence there from Osland, making Hawks be sure of it.
Yeah, just cuts off a little bit of that momentum over on that far side of the broadcast booth here. Gives him time to reset.
Finds Rakovic inside the hook. Off the mark. And that's a shot clock violation.
It is. A little bit too long there, finding it, and it got a little bit scrappy once they did let it go towards the basket. But
Morris is going to come in for Smith. Smith deserves a well-hard drink. Sampson.
How
did he get that one in? Was that from behind the rim?
Just about, I think. He had hardly any room. He had about the width of a postage stamp there to work with, and he was able to sort of get through, switch hands mid-air, and then get it to go in off the left hand.
That's one for the highlight reel.
Excellent work there from Brucey Oslands.
You're going to get a screen here, I think. Yep. Lancaster versus O'Shani. Gray for 3. Nails it.
Nice.
Gray's been fantastic from beyond the arc all season.
Good run of points too for Gray in the last couple of minutes. Good turnover there as well. Rakovic really gets the ball.
Really turned it on this quarter.
Yeah. So that mid-range, that long-range jumper, and he can take it to the rack as well.
Thought about it. Finds Rakovic inside Lancaster. Lancaster's going to have a crack. He's going to throw up an air ball.
There we go. Well, we've worked out which side Paddy Lancaster can't shoot from. But he needs to get over to that spot where he has been absolutely draining them.
Just doesn't need to force it, I think. He's going to stay patient. He knows, he knows his game well. If he stays patient, he's going to get those open looks. If he's going to hit him, that time it just wasn't on for me.
Sampson bringing the ball up for the Tigers. Gets it out to Oslands inside, feeds inside to Harding.
Harding
takes him low underneath, misses it. It's gone that way a couple of times and just missed that underneath basket.
Yeah. Behind the back, Gray. Finds Rakovic. Lancaster's going to reset play here. He's going to rotate out to Gray. Throws something up. O'Shaughnessy with a rebound. Harding. Too easy, too quick.
Nice bread and butter play there. Had the lead there and just managed to fake him in the air and get it in. 2.5 minutes remaining in this quarter. It is the Hawks 39-34 over the Shoalhaven Tigers. Lancaster again. That's his spot, Aidan. You know that.
Yeah.
Launches the attack there. Deserved to fall. Nice left-hand drive.
Yeah, tucked the ball like it was rugby league and went to the rim.
Sampson again gets his own rebound. No, he just gets that wrestled out of his arm before they call a jump ball.
We've got 2 minutes left in the quarter. 39-34 Hawks. Hesitation. Just off the mark there. Doesn't get the roll.
Oh.
I like that from the Tigers. It's working.
Yeah.
They're not afraid to just bring it straight back, answer straight back to the Hawks.
Absolutely. The bulk of their points this quarter are coming from those hard drives and attacking the
quick
basket.
Transition.
And it certainly is working for them, especially with the hops that Sampson and O'Shaughnessy have. Harding strong underneath.
Yep.
So they're getting a couple of good looks there.
As Allen subs in and Gray subs out.
I think we've got a record here. We've got the most Rileys ever in the match. I think we've got 3 Rileys on the court. That's got to be a record of some sort, surely.
Where's our stats man?
Oh, exactly. It's 39-36 who's able to drain that. Brucey Oslands brings it to within 3 points with just over 90 seconds remaining in this half.
Seal. Now to put something up.
Gets it just as the buzzer goes on the shot clock. Well done there. A fraction of a second later, that would not have counted at all.
They needed that, Hawks. Beveridge, the defense. Sampson. Finds O'Shaughnessy inside.
Oh, they call the travel.
Call the travel there.
He had his eyes on the basket and the people going past, and his feet just went with him. Just that little half shuffle step.
Hawks up by 5. 1 minute left before half time.
Yeah, they'll be feeling pretty good going into the sheds at half time, the Hawks, I think. They've done a pretty good job at keeping them at bay and maintaining that little lead once they've got it.
Heavy contact there. And they're going to say basket's good.
Count that as well.
And the Hawks bench are fired up, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. They know it. I can feel it is grand final day. They've come to play. 7-point lead is probably the biggest of the game, and this could make it even bigger.
Yep. It's just infectious.
And again, they
can't buy a free throw.
No, at the moment. Nice pass there.
Tigers just...
Sampson just threw that up. Got a bit of hair in his eye there, I think. Couldn't quite see where he was going. Should have made that, needed to make that on the eve of half-time. 30 seconds to go.
Beveridge is going to take it on.
Calls a foul there.
It'll be baseline ball, Hawks. Son of Rod Beveridge, NBL Hawks coach. He should know a thing or two about basketball.
Yeah,
Dave?
Absolutely. Hanging around the gym during training, he'd be picking up lots of stuff to try in the playground a little bit later.
Yep. O'Brien. Lancaster.
Again, that spin, that
wow.
move, that drive, it's all there.
Yeah.
And the little,
got through that.
And the little soccer header to finish as well. He's doing it all.
Last possession, 10 seconds left. O'Shaughnessy.
Oh,
just off the mark.
There. And there we go, half-time here in the D2 Youth Men's Grand Final between the Illawarra Hawks and the Shoalhaven Tigers, and it is the Hawks that lead by 9, the biggest lead of the match going into the change rooms. Pretty happy about where they would be sitting and how they're going. They've certainly got all of the answers. They've kept O'Shaughnessy quiet for most of that match. He's getting a few points, but again, he's missing a few, and basically they are running roughshod off the back of Patrick Lancaster. He is having a whale of a grand final, Aiden.
He's on fire, mate. Just trying to think, how does the Tigers bring this one back, Dave?
Mate, they need to make sure that they're getting those rebounds. They don't have to do too much, I don't think, but they've just got on the defensive end, make sure that they are covering him. They've got to get 2 guys onto Lancaster, cut him off, and not let him have those drives or have those open looks, because he is hurting them each and every time he gets the ball. They're in 2 minds about what he does every time he touches it, so they're not 100% sure how they can do it, but they need to really shut him down if they are any chance of getting back into this match in the second half.
I think both teams can take a leaf out of each other's book here. Hawks will probably learn how to hit their free throws a bit more. And the Tigers, I think they're just rushing their threes a bit. They need to take that extra pass, really give them a bit more time on the three, because the Hawks, they're just hitting their threes, and that's probably why it's stretching out to a 9-point lead, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. A few guys are doing it. Now, are you interested in attending a US college? Would you like to learn more about what's involved in being recruited to play basketball in the US? Then you can talk to Custom College Recruitment, Basketball New South Wales' official college recruitment partner. You can visit them at customcollegerecruiting.com to learn more. And we'd also like to thank the official, Spalding, for being the official ball. It is the game ball, the Spalding Waratah League game ball, and it's now available via Basketball New South Wales online store at www.bnsw.com.au, so you can purchase yours today, and you can be like any one of the players at Grand Final Day here at the Hills Basketball Centre. Be a superstar of tomorrow.
I think I am interested in attending a US college. I just don't think I'm good enough, Dave.
No, well, that certainly helps. You've got to be good enough, but again, they do need people to wear the mascot outfits, so there could be a scholarship just for you. It could be good.
A mascot scholarship.
A mascot scholarship. I think there
Sign
should be
me up.
One. We are definitely in. All right, you are watching the Division 2 Youth Men's Grand Final. We'll be back very, very soon with the second half action. Okay, we are back here at the Hills Basketball Centre for the second half of the D2 Youth Men's Grand Final. It is the Illawarra Hawks versus the Shoalhaven Tigers. Hawks leading by 9 points. Biggest of the game, 45-36. Joining me in the commentary booth is Aidan Green. Mate, it is going to be an interesting half. If they can keep the momentum that they had in the first half, the Hawks, they are going to stretch this, and it could be anything by the end of it.
Well, that's it. Hawks all season, Mick Craney, the coach, said they've only managed to play 2 to 3 good quarters all season. They've just had that one quarter where they've slipped out. Yesterday was the first time that they played the full 4. And that's pretty much what it's going to come down to. If they can play the full 4, they will be crowned champions and going up to Div 1, Dave. Yeah,
absolutely. It is a good reward. Not only will you get the trophy, but the opportunity to compete at that higher level, really test yourself, and they certainly do have the players to do it. Good balanced team. Well, in fact, both teams are pretty well balanced across across the court as well in key positions.
Well, the Hawks there, they do have 2 sides. They have another side in Div 2.
Yeah.
So an absolutely mammoth roster.
Yeah, great basketball nursery, the Illawarra, that is for sure.
We've got a kick ball. Hawks on the side.
The Soccer World Cup was a couple of months ago, but you'd be forgiven for thinking you were there after that little left foot stop with that foot. Down past to Gray, kicking around the top to Riley O'Brien.
Finds Lancaster. Gray's going to have a look here.
From down,
it.
Big 3 there as well.
That is a big 3.
Makes him hard to guard, that's for sure, if he can shoot from outside as well as inside.
Very hard, quick release.
Yeah, Brendan Sampson has his work cut out for him, matching up against Andrew Gray. Just off
O'Shannessy with the offensive rebound.
Nice skills.
Shot clock down to 8. Sampson's going to work with something here.
And he gets it. Drains it from the top of the key there, just near the free throw line.
That's a great answer back for me.
Yeah, 10 points is the lead at the moment to the Hawks. They'll look at trying to build on that over the next 8.5 or 8 to 9 minutes.
Lancaster's going to drive hard.
And does it. Picks up where he left off in the first half. I don't know about you, but he looks like he's grown an inch or 2 as well.
I think when you score that many points, you start to feel good.
He is certainly having a great game, and he is backing himself.
Sampson off the iron.
Nice little touch there from Oslands to get the ball back to Braden Morris.
A lot of offensive rebounds from Shoalhaven.
Oh, he needed that one to fall.
Yep. As the lead stretches out to 12, 50-38 Hawks.
Stretches any further, the Tigers could find themselves in a real hole confidence-wise.
Shot clock down to 5.
Nice intercept there from O'Shannessy.
O'Shannessy's going to go coast to coast here. We've got a foul.
Yeah, shows the skill of the big man there, putting the ball on the floor. A couple of guards had to work really hard to keep up with him. Managed to get the foul and the inbound pass from the baseline as well. Tigers need some points here.
Finds Sampson inside.
Sampson, nice pass and a nice cut.
Yep, too easy for me. O'Brien inside, kicks out to Gray on the jumper. Just off the mark.
Finds Morris as well. It hasn't been used quite as much as I would have liked for an all-star 5.
Here's his chance. Nails it just as you talk, Dave.
You need more of it. He was only used, I think, sparingly.
Yep.
In the first half there, but you need more of him.
And that's going to cut it down to 7. They're chipping away at this lead, Dave.
Ooh.
Heavy contact there, no call.
No call, just slipped. His speech has gone out.
Shannessey's going to take it on.
Osland's ghosting up on the left and drives it in. Nice layup.
We've got an injury here.
They've gone down. He hasn't moved very quickly. Hopefully he hasn't hit his head or suffered any concussion. His feet did slip out as he sort of drove through. There was no foul call on it.
And just like that, the lead's down to 5.
Yeah, exactly. That momentum shift all of a sudden, like we said, can happen within an instant.
Yeah, especially with Tigers, the way they play, that quick transition. Not afraid to take it straight back to the rim and answer straight back.
Yeah, it looks like Crannies might have hit his head there. hard on the ground. He's looking a little bit groggy and dazed. We're just going to have to watch for him. He's going to have to sit down, I think.
He's going to sit down, but he's a tough competitor. I expect to see him back out in the final quarter. He'll be itching to get back on.
Yeah, with all the conjecture of overhead injuries and concussions at the moment, brain injuries and such. We'll certainly need to watch him and make sure that he passes all of those medical tests before he does go back on, so he doesn't do any further damage. You can see, well, I don't know if you can see, he's just rubbing his head at the moment, so he certainly did get a bit of a whack on the ground. And they are unforgiving basketball courts in every way, shape or form when you do hit them. Just taking a little bit of puff out of the momentum from the Tigers. Hopefully it'll work to the Hawks' advantage.
The runner.
Here we go again. We're off to the races again.
Once again, Tigers, no hesitation. Straight back.
Finds Osland's over the other side of the court there. Calls the charge.
Beautiful defence there from Seal.
Good call there. Tough one though. I don't know if he hit him too hard at all, but yeah, the referee said his feet were planted and down he went. And he copped it. He's blowing hard as well. It certainly was a big fall.
I think it's hit him right in the stomach, Dave.
Yeah.
Knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, both teams starting to feel it now. It's been a very physical and high energy first half.
Yep, high scoring too.
Yeah, second half has started much the same as well. Patrick Lancaster at the top of the rim there. He's getting it around.
Rakovic, three.
Rakovic finds it, gets it back.
Too short.
Just taking their time now. The defence is holding back a little bit, resetting at the top of their defensive key. Allowing the Tigers to get down there into position and find some space. O'Shaughnessy drains it with that jump shot over Rakovic there.
Got to put more pressure on the MVP for me.
Yeah. He's starting to amass not a bad little game there. If he can get on a bit of a golden run, it's really going to bring him back into it.
The lead's down to 3 now. Hawks got to do something here. Bit of contact.
Big contact there as one of the players goes sliding into the crowd. That's how close it is here at the Hills Basketball Centre. You are right on the action. I hope you are enjoying the action today. From this first grand final that we've got on grand final day, here's the Shoalhaven Tigers versus the Illawarra Hawks, and the Hawks lead by 3 points, 50-47. 6 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
Hawks got to call time out here, surely. That lead's dwindled just to 3 in the space of 4 minutes.
Absolutely. He's going to get 2. He's in the bone. He's going to get
Smith's
that foul.
Good at the line. It's going to get cut even shorter here.
There's that one.
Yeah, just like that. You're right, Dave. Momentum changes quickly in the game of basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets that one.
That's it.
And
get the ball back.
And that lead has evaporated like my wallet after payday. It's gone. Absolutely down to 1 point.
Sampson's going to bring it in.
Yeah, good defensive there. Got everybody covered there. Had to work for it and really try and cut through. But they find O'Shaughnessy on the inside.
And that's it. Shoalhaven are in front now.
That's it. Brought it way back. O'Shaughnessy's coming into the game. He's using that size and showing why he was MVP and Rookie of the Year in 2018 in the Div 2 competition. We need to get 2 hands there to that one.
Defensive rebound.
Just wasn't ready for that one. You've got to be aware, hands up, kids, if you are playing basketball.
I think they're just starting to think about it here, the Hawks.
Yeah, starting to look a little bit shell-shocked as well. Just a little bewildered. You can see it in the eyes of some of the players. They're like, what happened?
Yep. Where'd our lead go?
Yeah, exactly. I thought they were going to coast through it. And it looked like they were at the start of this third quarter. The Tigers showing why they finished on top this year.
I think having Cranny on the bench as well, it's not helping him. His defense is very valuable to the Hawks. Defensive all-star player. And it's going to be costly. It's proving costly.
Yeah, Lukey Smith just got a little bit of a hand and contact there on our mate Quinn, the centre for the Hawks. start moving around. It's time for Lancaster to, blow past a few defenders again.
Yep.
I think that has been the real spark for their points in this game. Good strip there.
Great defence. Straight back, O'Shaughnessy. Solid defence there from Lancaster with the block shot.
Did very well. Big height difference as well. You thought that was a fait accompli that he would go through and score those points, but managed to just get it at the right time to disrupt that shot.
He's going to take it on here.
Oh, nice big block there from a couple of players.
Rejected straight back. O'Shaughnessy
again.
We've got a call, and it's going to be 2 shots. Looks like he got hit there, Dave.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a either a hip in the back or a little bit of a knee, perhaps, as he was coming down. Nothing intentional or malicious about it. Just that heavy contact under the ring we all know and love about basketball. Yeah,
we got a timeout.
Call that timeout. They definitely needed to. They're on the back foot there. A couple of them are shaking their head, going, "Hey, what happened?
Yeah.
We were in this and we were on top, dominating, and all of a sudden."
A few 2 minutes too late, I think.
Yeah. And again, they're using that fast break and good fundamentals as well. They're getting 3 people down that channel. It's like that 3-man weave that you do at training. They're getting people down either side of the ball carrier so he can just dish it off. And
great
he's
positioning. So many options.
Getting those defenders isolated, 3-on-2, 3-on-1, all of that kind of stuff.
They look fit, the Tigers.
Yeah.
O'Shaughnessy's really hurting here.
Yeah, it's just at the top of that pelvis bone, I would imagine, that hip bone. And if you get that hit and just get a bit of a whack there, it does take a little while to sort of shake off.
Yep.
It affects all your legs, all your back as well, and that key juncture and key point of your body. It'll be looking good. The Tigers hold a 1-point lead here with 4 minutes 30 remaining in this quarter. This has been a cracker of a game, Aidan.
Yep, unbelievable game. Unbelievable viewing.
Re-energised, refocused. The Hawks take the court.
As Rhodes checks back in for the Hawks. And Harding is going to come back on for the Tigers.
Yeah.
Left-handed, just like the real James Harden, Dave.
Well, there you go.
And his name's Jeremy Harding.
Well, there you go. There, someone was a fan. Just misses that one, O'Shaughnessy. Score remains 51-50. Managed to get that second one, takes a 2-point lead. 4 minutes 30 remaining in this quarter.
Yeah, the pressure in Lancaster.
Yeah, they know where the ball's coming from.
He has been quiet. He has been quiet this quarter. Yeah, Mick Cranny did identify that they fall into the habit of only playing 3 quarters all season.
Nice.
Maybe this is that quarter that they're not turning up, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. When your leading point scorer is, nice foul there.
Yeah, good pump fake there from Sampson. Gets himself 2 at the line.
Yeah, when your leading point scorer is goes into his shell a little bit, other people have to pick up the slack, and nobody's done that yet. Andrew Gray's probably the next one most likely.
Gray, yeah. And then Cranny, but he's on the bench. He's got concussion.
Yeah.
I'm looking at O'Reilly. He's on the bench as well. I think he's going to get back on for me.
Yeah, I think so.
Sampson misses his first.
You've got plenty of speed on the court at the moment, the Tigers, and when your big man can run the floor with the best of them, it makes it hard to guard and match up. So they need a little bit of speed and a little defensive nous as well. Gets that second one, Sampson. Having a great game, Sampson.
Beveridge is going to come on for Rhodes.
And there's that defensive energy again.
Solid defender, Beveridge.
Yeah.
Yep. 2-man on Lancaster.
Team pressure there.
Gets some contact
foul
there. No basket.
Yeah, they're certainly looking to play that defence a little bit higher for the next couple of minutes. The Tigers try and disrupt the Hawks and flow a ball down to their goal.
Gray inbound. Beveridge. Going to find Lancaster inside.
Oh.
And there it is, the World Cup soccer. Back to haunt him again. Oh. It's going to be 2 shots.
speed, that Luke Smith. He has been lightning quick all game, and that hasn't slowed down as the game has progressed. It's great to see that, physically, all these guys at D2 are absolutely in top athletic shape.
Have they even scored many points this half? This quarter?
Kicks out to 54-50. Tigers again. That one's a bit short off the rim. And Sampson's there in the right spot to grab that rebound. Didn't even have to move his feet for that one. Worked out perfectly.
Downtown.
Once again, there he is. Same spot, right time. His stats are getting higher and higher. Oh,
Sampson.
Good footwork there.
There's a shot clock, goes down to 6.
Just gets it out there. You just mentioned there that the Hawks don't seem to have scored really at all. Their scoring really has dried up since half time.
They can't buy a basket, Dave.
Yeah. Certainly doesn't help. Again, I think you've hit the nail right on the head. This might be that quarter, that dreaded quarter the coach was worried about happening. Just gone to sleep a little bit.
They've got to do something. They've got to rally the troops and really, get it into them. This is the grand final. Do you want promotion?
Exactly.
This is it. It all comes down to this.
Do or die. Well, they've done their best. They're looking to rally the troops as Riley Allen checks into the game for the Hawks. Again, Lancaster from downtown.
Ball, but he hasn't got it. Throws up an air ball.
Yeah, the heads are starting to drop a little bit.
Yep. Tigers are completely controlling this game now. This is dangerous for the Hawks.
Yeah, exactly. A big momentum shift. They've dragged them back and have taken the lead 54-50. Finding the open man there at the top of the arc.
This is Dagger.
Harding.
Off the mark. Lancaster. Beveridge. Lancaster's gone down in back play here.
Yeah, he's just hurt his shoulder there off that long pass there.
Got to call a timeout, surely.
Looking to make that sub. There's a switch and turnover as well.
And this is their game, Tigers.
Oh, if he'd actually palmed that and got that into his mitts, Harding was all the way to the basket, but just comes off his knee and his shin and dribbles over the line of turnover for the Hawks. They're breathing a sigh of relief there.
Yep.
Key play still on. Paddy Lancaster still bringing the ball up. We'll see how long he lasts. There might be a sub soon.
And that's an offensive foul.
Absolutely.
You cannot put your arm up like that in basketball, Dave.
Absolutely. Give him the big don't argue, didn't he? It was like a fend from Dusty Martin from the Richmond Tigers.
That's the correct call from the ref.
Yeah.
And I think we've got a timeout, Hawks. Very, very needed timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, some of the players there looking a little bit bewildered. First half they were jumping around and hollering the Hawks, and now it's all quiet.
They thought they had their hands on the trophy, but not to be.
Yeah, by contrast, the Tigers are over there. They mean business. They are focused. They're not taking it for granted that they are in front.
No. And that's it. They've stuck to their game plan. They're just transitioning fast and quick, attacking the basket, and they're getting rewarded.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, it is time out here at the Hills Basketball Centre. You are watching the D2 Youth Men's Grand Final between the Illawarra Hawks and the Shoalhaven Tigers. Tigers hold a 54-50 lead, but I tell you what, they've scored something like 15 points essentially to get back into it and to take that lead.
And we've just got news from the bench. Young Mick Cranny has suffered a concussion. He's no longer allowed to play. That's costly for the Hawks.
Yeah, certainly that experience and defensive mindset on the court certainly would be appreciated. But again, safety first in these instances. We don't want people going home or doing things they shouldn't to regret later on.
That hustle from Cranny, that's going to be poorly, that's going to be severely missed.
Yeah, exactly right. So erred on the side of safety there to make sure he doesn't play as much as he wanted to.
Smith, Sampson. Got another call here, and they're in the bonus now. It's going to be 2 shots.
Yeah, that could have been called on just about anyone, but it was Riley O'Brien that grabbed that foul for the Hawks. Straight to the line, Sampson.
As Matthews is going to check in. O'Brien might be in foul trouble. Lancaster sitting on the bench.
And this is the first one there, Sampson. And he's just moving his arm around and his shoulder there, just rubbing at it, so he's might have got a little bit of a strain in the top of one of those heads there in his shoulders. And gets that one off that dead bounce off the back there.
Beveridge is going to run one. We've got some space here.
Yeah, letting the ball
doesn't take the lane. Kicks out to Matthews. Matthews is going to take it all the way, try and get something for his team. Rhodes goes up, earns himself 2 at the line. Hawks desperately needed that.
There's a hard call there on number 10, Luke Smith there. I thought he got all ball there as he stripped him on the way down, but obviously caught him on the arm. Referee saw it differently. Sending Mitchell Searle to the line.
Plenty of fouls this quarter. I think they're just trying to make sure it's happening at both rims.
Kyle Leslie checking back into the game for the Tigers.
They've definitely got the height over him now with O'Shaughnessy, Leslie on the court. And just Gray, really, for me. As he misses his first, they just cannot hit a free throw, the Hawks.
Yeah, the statistics throughout the game have been, well, they'd be very, very low from the charity stripe, that's for sure.
Yep. That way off there.
Oh, didn't even close. Luckily, Beveridge got the rebound there, just on the quick follow through.
Gray's going to have a look. And he's going to be short of the mark. O'Shaughnessy with the rebound.
They need to move it. They've got 3 guys in that back court.
They've got to get back the Hawks. They know the Tigers are going to pull back on transition. Leslie for 3. He nails it. That's fired up the bench, and that's an 8-point lead to the Tigers.
Unbelievable.
The Hawks are absolutely capitulating here today.
Well, he just entered into the game there for the second half, Leslie, and managed to get that 3-pointer, crucial 3-pointer as well. Real big momentum shift.
And that's a great answer back from Allen.
Riley Allen, a good 2 points there. Certainly need to get a few more points going. Stay in this game as they head into the end of the quarter.
A lot of contact there, no call. Like 58-52 Tigers. And they're in the bonus, so he's going to have 2 at the line. That's the right idea. If you're in the bonus, try and draw that contact, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. You might as well go and earn it the hard way. But again, the way they've been shooting...
yeah, they're just not hitting him.
Yeah, exactly. You really are earning it the hard way. If at all. Managed to get that one, Mitchell Searle. Brings it to within 5. This is that second one.
Got a call here. That's going to be 2 shots to Tigers.
Oh, that is not what the Hawks needed.
Not at all.
On the cusp of 3-quarter time, 46 seconds remaining. They trail by 5, and they get a holding foul off the ball on the defensive transition.
A few words from the crowd. Bit of controversy on that one. O'Shaughnessy puts in the dagger. And that's a 6-point lead with 46 seconds left on the clock. Going to make both.
Yeah. Give around 14, 15 points, I'd say, for the game.
Good defense here. Full court penetration.
Good press there from the Tigers, getting back into position, covering all of their men. Trying to make them work with 35 seconds remaining.
Matthews.
10 seconds on the shot clock. They've turned it over. Sampson's driving hard to the basket.
Space.
Finds the open player.
Too easy there for Morris.
Braden Morris did very well.
And that's a 9-point lead to the Tigers. Devastating run for the Hawks. 9 seconds left. Gonna have to put something up. The open three. Throws up an air ball.
That wasn't it. That wasn't the option that they wanted. There was enough time to make a decent play.
It's just not working for him this quarter, Dave. Gonna go from way beyond the arc.
Plenty of power there from Braden Morris, but unfortunately off to the side. Well, it is the Tigers who are back in the lead. They have turned it around from that half-time deficit. They now lead 62 points to 53 over the Hawks. The Hawks, they could still be in the change room, Aidan. They didn't really come out in that quarter at all, did they?
No, they seriously... Did they only score 3 points that whole quarter?
I think
just happened?
Close. Yeah, I don't think it was much more than that, but they certainly fell asleep. Just all of their options just evaporating. A little bit of pressure on themselves and certainly from the defensive end.
I just don't understand how you can have that side of the first half. Absolutely unbelievable. And they've just gone in the changing room and all fall asleep.
Oh.
And they've got back out here, scored 3 points all quarter, and they're down by 9 leading into the last quarter. They're going to have to find something inspirational here.
Yeah, exactly. And a couple of key injuries as well to some of their players. We had Cranny coming off, Tom Cranny with concussion, hitting that deck hard underneath the basket.
Back to the starting 5, I think. I think you've got to put O'Brien back on. Lancaster's got to get on. And they've just got to give it their all here.
Yeah, Lancaster carrying a bit of a niggle himself, but hopefully he will be okay. Warming that shoulder up. They'll definitely need his scoring and penetration into the final quarter. But the Tigers, they just have to keep doing what they're doing, basically. They're running that floor hard. They're contesting hard at both ends of the court, defensively and offensively for those rebounds. Finding those guys, if they can drain a couple of threes here and there, as well as that hard driving 2 points that they're getting from guys like Sampson from O'Shaughnessy heading into the basket. Yeah,
Smith as well.
Yeah, they're on
He's
easy
been on
street
fire
at the
this
moment.
game.
It's all about composure. The only issues that they will have is foul trouble for their team. Plenty of fouls right throughout the game.
Yep. The Hawks, they're just going to have to dig deep here. They really have to get back on those transitions. They're just getting killed on the fast breaks. But yet they've put Lancaster back on. Lancaster, Gray, Beveridge is going to stay on. Seal and Allen. And we're going to have Tigers ball. They desperately need to start. They desperately need to get off to a good start, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. And the Tigers, if they score this one and get a stop and then score again, I think that might be nighty-night for the Hawks. So they really need to, in this next minute or so, really press them.
Thrown a lifeline. Lancaster's going to bring it up over halfway. He's wasting no time. Good look at the basket.
Gray from downtown. Would have fallen in the first half.
They've got to get back here, the Hawks, because they know that the Tigers, they're going to waste no time bringing the ball back.
Yeah, slid into that zone, that 2-3 zone there. It still took them a while to get back into it. A couple of guys just sort of lagging in the defensive structure.
There. Morris. Lancaster with the rebound. Gray. Gray's going to have a crack here. He's got it.
Shot. Give them something, a little bit of points.
That's what they need. It does take it down to 6. 2-possession game. 8 minutes and 55 left on the clock. Harding's got space here. Way too easy.
Yeah,
just not enough pressure there. They pretty much just let him run all the way through that lane, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. It opened up like the Pacific Highway there for Harding. And I tell you what, he took advantage of it. Didn't get the points in the and one, but did get the foul.
No, goes
to
the
the
foul,
line. Yeah.
Very crucial here last quarter, getting that bonus.
It's a nice second prize for that effort. But there's no second prize because this is grand final.
And only one team can get promoted.
Yeah, absolutely. Gets that one. Puts it out to 7 points for the Tigers. It's been fairly solid, Harding, in this match.
Yeah, he's played fantastic. Oh, that's hurt. Oh, just too strong there after the iron.
You know, plenty of defence back as well. They've got them covered. They're transitioning back nice and quickly, the Tigers.
Yeah, they're fit, the Tigers.
Yeah. It's not giving the Hawks any opportunity to bust out in the fast break either. At the moment, they're making them work.
Lancaster's going to take it all the way. Just too hard off the glass.
Yeah.
As O'Shaughnessy brings it up. Sampson. Back to O'Shaughnessy.
Kicks out to Leslie.
Oh, that looked good. It's just off the mark.
Plenty of pressure high for the Tigers.
A lot of pressure. That's Lancaster's game. Can open them up here, maybe cut through. Got a straight cut.
Needed that one to fall.
Yep.
Riley Allen.
Really did. As the lead is at 7 to the Tigers. Harding on the top of the key. Kicks out to Leslie for 3. Oh, rims, that went in and out. That would have hurt the Hawks. Lancaster.
They're holding on by the skin of their teeth at the moment, the Hawks. They're still not out of it, but they need to start getting some points. This might help.
They need this. Oh, rims out as well.
Would have fallen the first half for Lancaster.
You've got to get back on D. Solid defense, stay straight.
Sampson
Bit
again.
of focus here.
In there scrapping hard.
I think we have a jump ball. Yep. And that's going to be Hawks ball. Subs is O'Brien checks in, Beveridge out.
There you go. Hardly on that third quarter at all. And after his first half, heroics, a couple of threes there, certainly needed.
He was on fire in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I think he had 3 threes. He's been MIA since then.
Yeah, exactly. Just holding him back. Hopefully he gets into the groove. For the Hawks, they definitely
he's going to take it on. Right idea. I think that's what can happen when you consistently hit threes. They're going to charge out at you, but it gives you the opportunity to charge at the lane.
Yeah. The referee's giving the coach a stern talking to there.
Got to get it out. Lancaster 3-on-1. Rakovic all the way to the rim.
Nice.
And that cuts the lead down to 5, but the transition's just too good from the Tigers.
Just getting those bodies down that alley really quickly, and Shaughnessy on fire. He was responsible for that defensive, a bit of a block down the end there that he got around, but managed to run straight down and get the ball back.
Yeah, that transition from the Tigers.
Yeah.
It's just way too quick. Hawks just fall asleep. They score and then they fall asleep.
Yeah, exactly. They look around who they've got, and it's too late.
Yep, they've already
really
scored.
It's too late. Just missed that first one.
He's hurting, Shaughnessy. That hip.
So he's only going to play through it for another 6 minutes.
Yep. And now's the second one. That's going to be 6-point lead to the Tigers.
So Brucey Osland's coming in again.
And Leslie's checking out. Leslie's been good. Those threes were only just off. I probably would have left him on.
Yeah.
I feel like he was going to hit his next one.
Absolutely. I just heard the bench of the Tigers calling him Mr. Microwave because he comes on and instantly warms it up.
Yep. Seal's going to have a look here. It's flat.
He needs that good rebound.
Defensive rebound, no, turnover.
Only gets that one hand
and
to
this is it. This is their game.
Oh,
look at that. Way too easy.
I didn't even see him. I thought he was part of the crowd there, Harding, and he's bounced it to him.
They're just not learning, the Hawks.
It's 8-point lead. It could be enough.
Lancaster. Oh, absolutely beautiful there. Makes himself a lane with the hesitation.
Yeah, back to what scored him a stack of points in the first half, Lancaster. That driving through that crossover.
Sampson, extra pass, Harding. Beautiful hook. He's going to earn himself 2 at the line.
They scored the points there for goaltending,
I think. Oh, is that Boston's good?
Yeah.
Goaltending, was it?
Yeah, I think so. I think the referee indicated those points were good.
And that's 8-point lead. Got to get the ball over halfway quick.
Look at that, 3 defenders for the Tigers above the halfway line and gets him.
Good draw there.
Plenty of pressure.
Things are really heating up here, Dave.
Let's see if someone's on 5,000.
A lot of chat from the crowd. Everyone's excited. It's going to come down to this. 5 minutes, 45 left in the clock.
It's like Bruce Oslands has fouled out there with his 5th foul.
He's had a good game, though.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. He's not happy about it. But you never are if you get fouled out of a match, that's for sure.
O'Reilly's having a look for 3.
Oh,
yeah, too short.
The accuracy was there.
Got to get back the Hawks. Smith. Inside, Harding.
Harding again.
Just off the mark. A lot of pressure here from the Tigers.
All the way down the court.
Look at that
playing
hustle.
man to man.
But it's created space. O'Brien's going to take it on. No.
He could have and should have backed himself there. He had only one defender.
Gray's going to back himself. And that's costly. He's going to have 3 at the line here.
Yeah.
It's absolutely critical that he makes these.
He needs to get all of these to get it within 5, because at the moment there's an 8-point lead to the Tigers here in this grand final of the D2 Youth Men's between the Hawks and the Tigers.
He's got to compose himself here. These are big free throws.
Yeah, pretty solid throughout the game. Andrew Gray grabs that one.
That was flat.
It was flat, wasn't it? I didn't think it was
like a
even
gridiron
make it.
pass.
Yeah.
But it counts.
It's that second
2 from
one.
2.
Gets it to within 6.
Showing his teammates how to get it done. Short there, but O'Reilly's got the offensive rebound. He's going to put up a 3. Just short.
Big boards again. The safe hands of
O'Shaughnessy.
Riley O'Shaughnessy.
Going to take it on. And we're going to travel
there.
Great defense there from the Hawks.
And he just run out of room.
Yep.
Just attacking from the wrong side for mine. Harding there. Left-handed player, as you mentioned.
Yep.
Coming on from the right,
Just wasn't on.
He's trying to lift over and get over to that left-hand side, to his preferred side.
Gray has a look. Pull-up jumper. Off the mark. We've got a call. And that's going to be a foul. Baseline ball, Hawks. 68-62 Tigers with 4:27 left on the clock. That's handy for the Hawks, only 2 away from the bonus.
Yeah.
Quick release.
Well, he could have possibly used a little bit more time to do that.
Probably wasn't on.
The clock.
Smith's wide open there. Here he is.
Realigns the attack.
He's going to pull up here. No. Harding has a look. Smith. Blocked by Lancaster. Gets it back though.
He gets it through.
Takes it all the way.
Tidies up his mistake there. Well done. Good points.
And that pushes the lead back out to 8. With 3 minutes 50 left on the clock.
Could have tried to get that foul there, but didn't. Played to the whistle and to the ball. And went and grabbed himself an extra 2 points there. Lancaster again spinning. It's not falling for him.
Shooter's roll. And this is it. Tigers are hitting straight back. To 3. Lancaster with the rebound. O'Brien. Gray. Back to O'Brien. Kicks out to Seal. Seal's going to take it on here. Gains himself 2 at the line.
Sampson's working pretty hard at both ends of the court, but he has been fouled out. That kind of player, high energy, always going to get a couple of fouls here and there, but replaced by an equally capable player in Kyle Leslie. Mr. Microwave, as we call him here. Or I call him. I don't think anyone else calls him that.
I'll call him that.
Start calling him that. Let's get that moving. Nice work from Searle there. Extra point. Gets within 7.
Yep. Needs this one. But they're only 1 foul away from the bonus now. They're not out of it here, Hawks.
Oh,
Gets to shoot and roll as Matthews is going to check in for Seal. Matthews, high energy. Exactly what they need, Hawks. Smith finds a wide open Morris.
Big nice move there for Morris. Along the baseline, cops the foul on the side.
Wide open there.
Yeah, good pass. Just caught in no man's land there. Ryan Matthews, who's neither on him or near the ball.
No.
Just got out-lobbed. Nothing else he could do but foul.
Disappointed. He's going to make this one. Makes it 7. 7's a lot more than 6 in the game of basketball, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. With 3 minutes remaining. Hawks aren't out of it. Still plenty of time.
Gray has a look, doesn't take it. Kicks out to Matthews. Back to Lancaster. Extra step. And that's exactly what they need there with Allen getting the 2 underneath the rim. And that's a 5-point lead to the Tigers. O'Shaughnessy. Morris in the corner. Smith. Turnover.
Good stop there from
Hawks need a basket here. They got space. It's going to go all the way to the rim.
Grabs Harding on
That's
the arm
costly there. If he'd made that one, that really would have got him back in the game.
Really tough. Harding's playing pretty well. Caught on the arm there, looking to promote the ball for the Tigers into that attacking mode. Get their offense going as well. But you'd think that the Hawks would set a higher defense, but they aren't. It's just happy to sit back and let them come to them. You'd think with 2 minutes to go and a couple of points down, they'd really want to pressure that ball.
Definitely. It's created a bit of space for Morris, and that's an absolute dagger 3 there from Braden Morris. If the Hawks don't answer back here, it's good night. Lancaster throws up an air ball.
Yeah, way off
and
there.
This might be game, set, match for me.
Nice passing. Oh, under the ring from the Tigers. Good team play.
10-point lead.
Leslie to Morris. Morris to Leslie. Leslie to Harding. Unbelievable.
Matthews is going to get to the line. 1 minute 33 left in the clock.
Exactly. 10-point lead to
Puts
the Tigers.
Bonus. Absolute dagger there from Morris.
Oh, that was it. That was it. And it might be the icing on the cake.
Yep. But that's been them, the Tigers. They've just kept with it all game.
Yeah.
Played every quarter, stayed composed, and those transitions have just absolutely killed the Hawks.
Yeah, absolutely. Didn't let that lead, and it was a substantial lead as well.
It was. I think it stretched out to about 12 or 13 there at one point.
Didn't let them bother them at all.
No, they held with it.
A couple of points there from the charity stripe. Get the Hawks within 8.
But it is not over. The clock is going to stop at every possession now.
Yeah.
So that 1 minute 30 will stretch out a bit longer than the rest of the game.
Moving around to those open players at the top of the three-point arc.
He's trying to get the ball. He's trying to... He's been called for a foul.
Yeah, he's called that foul.
He's not happy. And I think that's 5. Oh, that's absolutely devastating for the Hawks.
Yeah, it makes their task a little bit tougher with their top player and scorer coming off, fouling out. It wasn't going his way in that second half, but still, you need those stars on the court.
Yep.
This one gets it to 9-point lead. Would be a winning lead.
Steve Berg to the front desk, please. Steve Berg.
Misses that one.
The iron. Matthews wasting no time.
A couple of players down there as well.
Just too much energy. Gray. This has to go in. It does.
It does.
It does go in.
Riley Allen.
And that is 6 points. It is only 2 possessions, Dave. And they got a turnover. And we've got a call. And that's going to be 2 at the line.
Oh, it's desperation stuff from both teams.
This could put it within 4, Dave. And just like that, the momentum can swing.
Yeah, just noticed as well. Braden Morris went down. He's clutching a bit of an ankle, rolling it a bit.
What a game we have on our hands.
He's got to tough it out, though.
Neither team giving up for that promotion. He has to hit these free throws, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. 77-71.
And just as we called game, set, match, the Hawks hit back.
Yeah. Oh, he shanked that first one. Pressure is back on the Hawks.
Yep. Has to make this.
Oh, dribbles out the second one.
Is costly.
Poor old Mitchell Searle there. You can see the dejection on his face, but they get the ball back.
They do have the ball. There is a lot of time left in the clock.
You can make up for it in this next passage of play. It'll all be
Gray's downtown. That's big. And that's way off the mark.
Way off as well.
Foul, and that's going to put O'Shannessy at the line for 2.
Hands down, that'll be end-to-end in terms of shots, I reckon. But
not a good period of play there from the Hawks.
Yeah, they definitely needed to come away with some points from that sortie.
Yep. You can't be missing 2 free throws and then giving away a foul.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're down by 6 and 50 seconds left on the clock.
Quick sub for the Tigers before. There's one there for O'Shannessy. Quick sub there. Big Tim Balzer comes on. Big lad.
Keeping his cool, O'Shannessy. As, Balzer, the big man, checks in.
O'Shannessy misses the second one. 78-71, under a minute remaining. Ryan gets down there, plenty of attention. Nice touch from Morris.
And it's just not working for the Hawks.
They eat up as much time as they can and look for that foul, and gets
foul. It. He's thinking about a call. No, he's going to stay with it. And it's going to be 2 shots.
Absolutely, not much options down there. He had the option of taking it hard to the ring, but he knew the shot clock was in his favour. Managed to grab the foul from the Hawks. Heads to the line with 2.
If he gets these 2, it's good night.
Yeah, exactly. He's battled through the last few minutes with a bit of an ankle injury on Braden Morris, but you can see the class of why he was selected into the All-Star 5 for Division 2 Youth Men's.
Yeah, he's probably been my pick for man of the match for me, or O'Shannessy. Played consistent basketball. They've played the full 4 quarters, stayed composed, and they've stepped up to the mark when needed to. And that'll be game set for me, with a 9-point lead and 42 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. Many options left. You've got to start draining threes quickly and get those turnovers, and that's the problem. Even though the Hawks need 9, they've got to get that ball. That's the thing. Even if they make 1, they've still got to get the ball.
Yeah.
And with them both in that bonus, that bonus situation, it might be all over for them. It's been an exciting game here at the Hills Basketball Centre. Hope you've been enjoying it and the stream here. If you're a Hawk supporter, they need you cheering, just in case. They'll be trying right through to the end. But if you're a Tiger supporter and you're watching the coverage today, looking very, very good. 42 seconds remaining here in this big one, Division 2 Youth Men's Grand Final. The local derby, they've had to come all the way up to Castle Hill to play it. I'm sure they would have preferred to play it at the Snake Pit, something like that. They would have got a decent crowd. There's a fair few people in here supporting both teams, and all the supporters have travelled a long way to get behind both of their teams. So excellent, excellent work from all the families, friends and supporters to make their way up here. Get the ball. They don't have much time to play with.
Going to get a quick release 3.
Plenty of defensive pressure here
from
the Tigers. There is Allen.
Rims out.
Nice big board there.
They're going to foul.
And fouled as well.
Oh.
So big Timmy Bowser on the stats there with a nice rebound.
Bowser, it's checked on and he's straight to the line.
Yeah.
He's going to open his account.
A couple of rebounds and a couple of points, not a bad effort. Coming in late into the game. Just that first one. Gets that second one. 1 point, 1 rebound in 1 minute. Not a bad effort.
Matthews.
Pressure there. Made him work. Here he is again. He could get this layup. Ball. Good stop there. Expecting the foul there, Big Tim.
10-point lead, 19 seconds left in the clock. I think that's good. Nice. He slam dunks it. O'Shaughnessy.
Finish was a nice double-hander. Nice stuff there. Put a real exclamation point on his game and the game for the Tigers. Just got to hold that ball, count it down. 4.
Really no point fouling here.
2.
And that'll be it.
1. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's 83-71. The Shoalhaven Tigers have grabbed the grand final. Division 2 youth men. Absolutely unbelievable. The Hawks certainly had plenty of opportunities to win that. They had a healthy lead of about 10-12 points there in the first half. Going into half-time, evaporated very quickly. And then from midway through that third quarter, it was just Tiger Town all the way.
I think that first half, it was all Hawks. They couldn't do anything wrong, nailing threes from beyond the arc. And then I don't know what's happened in the changing rooms at half-time, but that just came out like a second side there.
Yeah, exactly. Just lost a bit of focus on the game. But again, played in pretty good spirits, a lot of hard fouls and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But no spite in it at all.
Both teams in it to the final whistle.
Yeah, local bragging rights as well go towards the Tigers. Down there at Shoalhaven. Nice little stadium they've got there as well. Nice picturesque one down there. Tucked away. Beautiful. So well done. Looks like the trophy, the championship for this year, will be housed there for 2018 into 2019. So, yeah, well done once again for the Tigers.
And that's it.
And that's it, all over.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely. Just before we go, Basketball New South Wales would like to thank their official partners, New South Wales Office of Sport, Spalding, Carney Sports Marketing, PCYC, Custom College Recruitment, Setter College, New South Wales, the Sydney Kings, Sydney Uni Flames, and Allied Couriers as well. Hope you enjoyed it. As we see footage, we close out of the Tigers celebrating their victory in this one, taking it out 83-71 over the Illawarra Hawks.